So we're always looking for shortcuts in the kitchen, and if you're on the searching for social media to find some ideas, you can find just about a hack for anything. And Ann Reynolds is here with a few kitchen hacks to make life a little bit easier. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Great to be here.
You have some amazing ideas here. You know, we're going to first start with the eggs, and you know, I usually always waste eggs because I look at the expiration date, but sometimes I know that they're probably not bad. So
and a lot of people do that because you do. Sometimes you throw the carton away, or you get to that last day and you say, are they good? And you try and crack them open, smell them. This is an easy way to figure out whether they are good or whether they've spoiled. Drop the egg in. If it drops to the bottom, as you can see here, it has dropped to the bottom.
That means
it's
okay.
It's a fresh egg. It is a fresh egg. However, if it starts to float anywhere in the middle, or if it's floating at the top, this is an egg you want to throw away. So it's an easy way to just check. So simple, lots of baking going on, and these are all kitchen shortcuts, perfect for holiday entertaining.
Great idea there. So you have cupcakes, and you can make them a little more fancy if you just grab that box off the shelf. And what can you do to kind of spice it up a little bit?
A lot of times you get invited to a party at the last minute. You don't have time to bake something from scratch. All you do is get your cake mix from an actual box there, bake for about 5 minutes. Drop in a Hershey Kiss, sink it down in the middle. That's after about 5 minutes of baking. Bake it the rest of the way, and it gives it just that home style, that little bit of home feel touch to it.
And do you still use the same time that you would bake it regularly?
Same time, and then when you bite in, it's just a wonderful chocolatey taste.
I'm gonna try that tonight, maybe.
And people feel like that maybe you did something a little extra. It wasn't necessarily out of a box.
Cool. And also a cool idea with cherries and a bottle. That's interesting. So you're going to pit the cherries doing this?
Absolutely. So many holiday recipes have cherries in them. You can go buy the jarred cherries, but they're sugary and they don't have that same texture and flavor. So all you do is, we've got cherries here, take off the stem, pop off the stem, you're going to put it on top. You can just take something as simple as a chopstick, pop it through. I recommend a glass bottle because with the plastic they do sometimes don't work as easily. Pop it down in, the little the little seed just fell through the bottom, and you have pitted cherries.
You can collect it right there, so you don't have a lot of mess to clean up either.
Great, and they're very easy. They just pop them in and they're ready to eat. So easy trick.
I love this next idea. My mom actually did this. I always used to watch her growing up doing this, but you can tell us about this with the grapes.
Grapes. A lot of times when you have wine at your parties, people put ice in it. It gets watered down so quickly. They're going through a lot more wine because their wine gets all watered down. Simply take some frozen grapes, pop them in. Looks kind of cool.
It's pretty too. You can use red grapes too to add a little more color.
Absolutely. Whatever type of grapes you want, then you don't have all that watery mix at the bottom, and you can drink all the way to the last drop.
And you can eat the grapes when you're done.
Yes, absolutely.
Great idea there. And so, you know, I don't know about this. This is champagne, right?
This is the champagne.
Can revive this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're at a party how many times you have an empty bottle of, I mean, how much you have left. Champagne,
well, a lot of times you open a lot of bottles for a big party, especially like New Year's, and towards the end of the night you have these bottles that are all open. Simply take a raisin, and when the fizz is kind of gone out, pop the raisin in a couple minutes. You're actually going to see that fizz come back. You'll start to see it. I don't know if folks can see it on air, but it's actually working. It's the natural sugars in the raisin that actually bring it back to life very quickly, and you can use those rest of those bottles. It's not for something that's been sitting in the refrigerator for a couple weeks, but if you have that open bottle at the end of a party, a great way to get the last little bit out of it and get your money's worth.
At the end of the night, the day of. Okay, perfect idea there. Thank you so much. Incredible ideas. You can just go to fox45now.com to get more information on all these kitchen hacks. And thank you so much for joining us, Ann.